to review the diaphragmatic breathing. It's also known as the connection breath. And kind of the first thing to keep in mind is you want to first find a comfortable position. You can start with seating position. You can sit directly on the bench, or you can also put a deflated ball or sit like on a very small pillow underneath so that you can start to feel your pelvic floor as you breathe. So when you start, you want to sit up, have a neutral spine, and it's really, really important whenever you breathe in that you breathe into your ribs. So you don't want to breathe in and have your shoulders raised, and you don't want to breathe in and have your belly expand. So it's really, really important to kind of put your hands either on each side or on the front and back, and you can play around kind of with each breath. And whenever you take a breath, you want to feel your ribs expanding in all directions. So you can take a few breaths. And then just keep practicing that until you get really comfortable with the breath itself. Next, you want to take the breath and combine it with your pelvic floor. So when we breathe, naturally what happens, you have your diaphragm and you have your pelvic floor, and what happens is when you breathe, the diaphragm moves up and your pelvic floor actually relaxes. Whenever you exhale, your diaphragm goes down and your pelvic floor actually contracts and goes up. So what I want you to do with this next step is every time you breathe in, try to relax or push out your pelvic floor. Just relax it. A lot of people have an issue where they can't relax their pelvic floor, so this is really good practice for kind of feeling your pelvic floor expand and relax with each breath. And then whenever you breathe in, you want to contract your pelvic floor and feel everything kind of get closer together. So take a few breaths. And something that might help is whenever you exhale, you can actually make a s sound. So that really helps kind of feel your pelvic floor and feel that connection. So practice a few times. Okay, so now you'll keep practicing that. You can try it in different positions. You can stay seated. You can try it in a standing position. You can try it in a laying down position. And throughout the program, you'll see we will try these different breathing techniques in different positions just to kind of get used to and see what's most comfortable. So last step is actually taking the connection breath that we just practiced and actually adding it to our workout. So it's really, really important. So in the concentric or in the eccentric phase, so as you're lowering, you want to inhale. And then as in the concentric phase, you want to exhale and bring in your pelvic floor. So this is extremely, extremely important during pregnancy, because whenever you exhale or inhale, on the going down and then exhale on the way up, what you're doing is you're managing the pressure inside your core, and so that's going to prevent coning, doming, and extra pressure that's not needed on the linea alba. So during pregnancy, the abdomen separates. It's a very normal part of pregnancy. Everyone gets it to different degrees. But what we don't want is to put added pressure onto that region. So by controlling your breathing patterns, you can control the pressure in your core and prevent a lot of the doming that happens. And so you want to take this connection breath, practice it every single day. Even if you're just laying in bed, you could do 5 breaths. And then you want to start incorporating it into every single movement. So for squats, for example, I would inhale as I squat down, and then exhale as I squat up. So I'll exhale through the entire lift. Same with bench press. So I'll inhale as I come down, and then exhale as I come up. So this is really, really important. This is probably the most critical thing you can do throughout pregnancy is practice this breathing in order to control your internal pressure. So give it a go. Let me know if you have any questions or if I can explain something in a different way. I'd be more than happy to.